The first function of our final full school assembly is to farewell teaching staff members who are leaving at the end of this year. This is our last formal opportunity to farewell them together. Mr. Ben Mori joined the school staff as a teacher aide at the beginning of the 2022 school year, having been a student at the school from 2017 to 21. In this capacity, Mr. Mori has worked to assist and support young men in the junior school, and we have appreciated his initiative and commitment. He has also made an important contribution to our football program. Mr. Mori leaves us to pursue his football career and continue his university studies, and we thank him for his contribution to the school and wish him all the best for the future. Mr. Richard Dawson joined the Technology Department at the beginning of the 2024 school year. His trade background and varied teaching experience enabled him to teach across both the wood and metal-based subject areas. The young men in his classes have enjoyed his focus on helping them to develop their practical skills in a positive learning environment. Mr. Dawson has assisted with managing the social badminton competition. He's returning to industry and we wish him all the best for the next stage in his career. Mr. Neil Langley's first teaching experience at Boys High took place during Term 3 in 2015 when he taught science in a maternity leave cover position. He then joined the Science Department on a permanent basis at the beginning of the 2022 school year. And as an experienced teacher with significant subject knowledge, Mr. Langley has made a very valuable contribution to the Science Department in a short period of time. He has also been heavily involved in our co-curricular program, in particular with canoe polo. In 2022, Mr. Langley was the teacher in charge, a significant commitment. His involvement with canoe polo has continued as other staff have become involved and the workload shared. He's also been involved with the Snow Seekers and the Year 10 Outdoor Education Program. Mr. Collin James joined the Boys High staff in January 2013 when he was appointed to a position in the Social Sciences Department. His experience and curriculum knowledge have enabled him to teach at all levels in history, geography and social studies. Mr. James has supported our co-curricular program as a manager of badminton and squash teams, and we thank Mr. James for his service to Boys High and wish him all the best for his retirement after a long career in education. Mr. Jason Cubby's association with the school began in 1995 when he joined both the school and College House as a Year 9 pupil. After concluding his secondary school education here in 1999, he returned to both the school and the hostel in 2005 when he was appointed to a teaching position in the phys ed department and began duties as a College House master. Mr. Cudby made an immediate impact with his ability to relate positively to young men and staff. As an old boy, he understood the school's ethos and expectations and has been fully immersed in school life throughout his tenure, both inside and outside of the classroom. He took leave to travel to the UK in 2008 and returned to Boys High in 2009 before moving away again in 2010. He returned to Boys High and College House again in 2018. Alongside his teaching duties, he began his tenure as a Year 9 Dean and as Assistant Manager at College House. In both of these roles, he has shown a genuine care for young men's progress, achievement and well-being. His prompt communication with young men, parents and staff is a real strength. In 2024, looking for a new challenge, Mr. Cudby took on the role of Dean of International Students, and he has again proved adept at developing the skills required to effectively fulfil this important and diverse role. In recent years, Mr. Cudby has been instrumental in the introduction of agriculture as a subject at Boys High and the establishment of the PITO course in conjunction with the Primary Industries Training Organisation. This course, combining theory and practical agricultural work, has grown significantly in a short period of time and provides a direct pathway to employment and further training for a growing number of young men. Alongside his academic and pastoral input, Mr. Cudby has been an enthusiastic contributor to the co-curricular program. He has coached a range of key pathway rugby teams, including the under-14As, under-16As and the second 15, which plays in the Super 8 competition. Mr. Cudby has also assisted with school softball and cricket teams during the summer season. He has also been significantly involved in our outdoor education program and has been a regular attendee on Year 10 camps, most recently with the Tūrangi Adventure and Surf Wairarapa camps. Mr. Cudby leaves us to begin a role as Deputy Principal at the Palmerston North One School Global Campus. We are sure that his strong relational and organisational skills, alongside his outstanding work ethic and commitment in all that he does, will enable him to be very successful in this new challenge, and we wish him all the best for this exciting stage of his career. Mr Bruce Kensington's family association with the school has been a long one. His grandfather Harold Kerr attended from 1909 to 1913. His father Noel attended from 1945 to 1948. Mr Kensington himself was a pupil here from 1974 to 78, and his two sons Michael and Thomas are also both old boys. Mr Kensington joined the Maths department in January 2006 and completed the year before resigning to rejoin the Palmerston North Police. This proved to be a short-lived exit, and he returned to the school and the Maths department in April 2007 and has remained here since. Mr Kensington has a very positive and relational approach to his teaching, and he has worked hard to help the young men in his classes achieve the best results they can. He is also incredibly organised, another trait that his students have benefited from. In January 2008, alongside his teaching duties, Mr Kensington was appointed as Year 8 Dean, responsible for liaising with our contributing schools. He was appointed as Year 10 Dean in 2010, Year 11 Dean in 2015, and has been a Year 13 Dean since January 2017, laying claim to the Dean of Deans title. He has also been the sports dean with responsibility for monitoring the engagement and attendance of young men in first teams. And he's excelled in all of these roles with his concern for the young men's well-being obvious. A core role of the Year 13 Deans is the organisation and leadership of the annual mountain trip. Organising and supervising 200 young men and 25 staff for a week in a challenging alpine environment is a significant task. This is an important role that Mr Kensington has undertaken with both enthusiasm, that's undoubted, and efficiency. He has also been involved with the Year 10 outdoor education program throughout his time at Boys High. The Kensington family have a strong record as tennis players. Mr Kensington's father was the school tennis champion in 1948. Mr Kensington himself was the school champion from 1976 to 1978, and his oldest son Michael was the school tennis champion in 2008. Mr Kensington coached and managed junior tennis teams for many years and was the coach of the senior A tennis team in 2008, a significant time commitment. Looking for a new challenge, Mr Kensington joined the staff at College House in 2018. Since then, he has fully immersed himself in Mori Club with his strong relational skills and working with young men and their whānau coming to the fore. Despite these important contributions, it is perhaps his involvement with hockey that will be Mr Kensington's greatest legacy at Boys High. First 11 hockey manager Mr Davidson notes that Mr Kensington started coaching the First 11 team in 2005 while attending Teachers College. His tenure as coach lasted for 11 years, concluding after the 2015 season. But in 2022, he returned to the First 11 as a caretaker coach during a transition period for the team. Over his time with the First 11, Mr Kensington secured an impressive 7 Super 8 titles, solidifying his status as one of the most successful coaches in any code at the school in terms of Super 8 championships. Under Mr Kensington's leadership, the First 11 reached 3 Rankin Cup finals, and I know he'll hate me mentioning this, because unfortunately the team fell short in all 3, losing the 2006 and 2007 finals to Auckland Grammar, both on penalty strokes after drawing in regulation time, and then narrowly losing the 2010 final to Christchurch Boys 1-0. Additionally, the team earned 2 third-place finishes in 2011 and 14, and throughout his coaching tenure, the First 11 was only twice ranked outside the nation's top 10. Mr Kensington also played a crucial role in 5 successful international tours, travelling to Australia, South Africa, Singapore, Malaysia and the United Kingdom and Ireland, twice with the team. His involvement was vital in preparing the team for the challenges of international competition. His involvement with hockey extended beyond the First 11. He was deeply engaged in coaching the Colts side and other school hockey teams in recent years, as well as contributing to the sports development classes. As a proud old boy, Mr Kensington competed in 2 Rankin Cup finals himself as a player in 1977 and 78. His passion for hockey and the school is evident in the First 11 hockey team's achievements and everything else that he has done at the school. He consistently demanded excellence from his players, setting high expectations both on and off the field. His competitive spirit and passion inspired his players, and maybe at times frightened them, and many benefited from his experience and extensive hockey knowledge. The results during his 12 years with that team speak volumes about his impact as a dedicated coach. Mr Kensington's contribution to our school has been significant. Through giving his time, effort and expertise, he has helped to provide opportunities for hundreds of young men. And so we thank him for this and wish him all the best as he relocates to the sunnier climes of the Hawke's Bay and begins a well-deserved retirement. Mr Liam joined the Boys High staff in October 2004 when he was appointed as a maths teacher. He continued in this role until January 2006 when he joined the Science and Physics departments. His expert subject knowledge was immediately apparent, as was his ability to relate positively to students. His teaching has spanned the full breadth of general science and physics, and for many years he has taught and had as his form class one of our junior learning support classes. Mr Liam's genuine interest in the young men in his classes and determination to help them learn and achieve at the highest level they can is readily apparent. Head of Science Mrs Reid notes that from the very beginning it was clear that Mr Liam was an experienced teacher with expert knowledge not only in science, physics and electronics, but also in geology, which is really his passion. He is a great team member and has been a source of inspiration for both students and staff. Over the past 2 decades, he has imparted knowledge to many students, instilled the school values in them, and ignited their curiosity in the world of science. Electronics is another of Mr Liam's passions, and he took over as the teacher in charge of that subject in 2013, a role he has maintained since then. Being in charge of a subject, regardless of the number of classes, is a challenging role and requires keeping up to date with curriculum and assessment changes, as well as overseeing all administrative aspects. Electronics is very much a hands-on practical subject, and Mr Liam takes great pride in the development of these skills in his students. Mr Liam has also made a significant contribution to our school outside the classroom. He has been the teacher in charge of both canoe polo and VEX robotics, activities that involve a significant time commitment outside of school hours. His love for music saw him take up the clarinet. He has subsequently assisted with the junior concert band program, helping to mentor the next generation of musicians at Boys High. Mr Liam has always maintained a high level of fitness and regularly competes in the school road race as a great role model for our young men. For many years he was also a rugby referee, and in this capacity made important contributions to sports exchanges and tournaments hosted at the school. He is also an outdoors enthusiast and has been extensively involved with the Year 10 outdoor education program, particularly the Rafta Rangatike camp. Mr Liam's contribution both inside and outside of the classroom has been significant. Through his time, effort, enthusiasm and dedication, he has had a positive impact on the lives of hundreds of young men. We sincerely thank him for his commitment to Palmerston North Boys High School and wish him well for his retirement. We know he'll continue to be busy with his diverse range of hobbies and interests and hope to see him back at the school in a relieving capacity. Gentlemen, please join with me in thanking these teachers this morning for their service to Boys High.
Go!